It's time for the match game. Hollywood Squares Hour with from Benson, Didi, Conn. From Dallas, Audrey. Judy Landers. Marty Cohen. Jimmie Walker. And the stars of the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour, Gene Rayburn and John Bowman.
Oh, foot stoppers. We got some foot stoppers. They're stomping.
These must be bear lovers.
I know all of you people out there who are stomping your feet because we have these three gorgeous guys here on the lower tier.
I think they're bear lovers because they're going through pandemonium. So.
Thank you.
Oh, I get it. Pandemonium.
You're beautiful. I think I'm going to MC the whole show up here. Heck with that.
Don't we look like triplets?
Yes. Wow. I guess I better not do it up here.
You look like a reverse Oreo cookie.
Cool myself down. Are you guys ready down here?
Yo!
Yo! Are you up there?
Yo!
All right, would you all join me in briskly applauding our two players, Carol Sense and Kent Homyak. Welcome. Thank you. Now we want to learn about you, Carol. We'll begin with you.
Hi, Gene. Hi, everybody. I'm from Costa Mesa, and I work as a technical consultant. And in my spare time, I have my own little business of making Christmas ornaments.
Christmas ornaments? Mm-hmm. What do you make them out of?
All kinds of things. Most of them are soft sculpture, and some of them are quilted. They're all kinds, all different sizes.
Well, that sounds very interesting. Good luck, Carol.
Thank you.
Now, Kent, let's hear about you.
Well, I'm originally from Colorado, and I'm a supervisor for a leasing company in San Francisco at the present time.
Ready to play?
Ready to play.
What do you want to play, Kent?
The game.
All right, let's play the game. We'll play 3 rounds, and the winner will go on to challenge our returning champion, Hollywood Squares, chance to win up to $30,000. Boing. Boing. All right, we have questions A and B. Carol won the toss. She'll go first.
B, please.
B it is for you. Here we go. What's it say? Here's what it says. Jake said, I think that mummy at the museum is a fake. It wasn't wrapped in old cloth. Instead, it was wrapped in blank.
Okay.
All right. Carol. Jake said, I think that mummy at the museum is a fake. It wasn't wrapped in old cloth. Instead, it was wrapped in blank.
Silk.
Silk.
Well, Gene Rayburn, tell her what she could have won.
Well, silk, I don't know. I don't know if that's...
It was that good
I don't know if that's going to get you anywhere. Audrey?
Well, I'm about as far away from silk. I said toilet paper.
Well... One way to tell. What do you say?
I thought of silk. It came through my mind, and then I said saran wrap.
Saran wrap is good. So far, we have 2 good ones up here.
Toilet paper.
All right. 2 of those. She's looking for a little silk, John.
Newspaper.
There's a good one. Yeah.
Seems to be some disagreement.
I hate a mummy who wears double knit. I said polyester. I hate
Polyester. Jimmie Walker.
Saran wrap I thought was pretty good.
Saran wrap.
Discernment.
You think it's saran wrap?
Saran
You didn't think of that?
No.
All right. Kent, you ready?
But they'll improve.
Here it is. Ken said, my teenage son belongs to a weird religious cult. You have interrupted my train of thought. And these questions are very difficult. to a weird religious cult. I just saw him in the 7-Eleven worshiping the blank.
Is that one better? They don't have that.
No, they don't have that.
Okay.
We're ready.
Thanks.
Ken. This fella, Ken, said my teenage son belongs to a weird religious cult. I just saw him in the 7-Eleven worshiping the blank.
The big one, the big Slurpee.
The big Slurpee?
It's a drink they sell.
Now, wait a minute. Slurpee is not a bad answer. You shouldn't boo that. Besides, it is going to make him feel insecure, and he's going to walk off the stage, and then where are we? Now, listen. Are 7-Elevens all over America or just here in California?
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere?
Everywhere.
New York, everywhere?
Everywhere.
Anywhere there's a Jerry Lewis.
All right. I just want to make sure that our audience at home knows what we're talking about when we say 7-Eleven. What do you say?
Well, you know, I hang out a lot at 7-Eleven.
You do?
Oh, yeah, right.
Sure.
Because...
Yeah.
No,
right.
because they
You go there to
have
pick up
great
guys, don't you?
Video games.
Video games. All right.
Pac-Mans and all that.
All right.
That's right. Ken, I thought your answer's great. Unfortunately, I didn't say it. I said the Pac-Man.
You said the Pac-Man.
That's right.
Worship the Pac-Man. What do you say?
Well, I was really trying to think of the name of those Slurpees, and I couldn't remember it. I knew it was, but
Why did you ask for a little clarification? I could have. It's illegal for me to, refresh your memory
I
and stuff
said
like
he
that.
was worshiping the cash register.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
But Judy, that's not a strange cult.
We all do that.
Yeah, everyone does that. These are the Slurpees of my generation. Twinkies.
All right.
Worshipping the
Kent,
Twinkies.
your answer's the best so far. What do you got there?
I really wanted to win for you, Kent, because I've never played with a guy who was named after a cigarette before, but I said Twinkies also. I'm sorry.
All right, Jimmie Walker.
Oh, come on.
And
guys.
what happened was I said Slurpees. The correct.
Yay, Jimmie! So it's 1-0, his favor. That's the end of the first round, and I know you're happy about that. Round 2 coming up right after this. Here we go with round 2. Kent, your head, you go first.
A, please.
A. Rodney Dangerfield said, I don't get no respect. When I was 7 years old, and, you want to do your Rodney Dangerfield? You got your deep voice ready?
Oh, try to, you
Yeah.
know.
Rodney Dangerfield said.
Oh, I'll tell you, I don't get no respect, you know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean.
No
Yeah, I know what you
respect
mean.
at all. When I was 7 years old,
Yeah.
instead of the Cub Scouts, my mother encouraged me to join the blank.
Yes. You hear that?
I don't know which is better.
Instead of the Cub Scouts.
Which you like better, Chief? This
All right.
I'm gonna try this.
This is your basic
is that what you had?
Sure. Yeah.
Hey, is this lighting up? Oh, no.
That's good.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not in
Marty?
this, right?
No, you're not in this round.
Good.
Ken, Rodney Dangerfield said, I don't get no respect. When I was 7 years old, instead of the Cub Scouts, my mother encouraged me to join the blank.
Girl Scouts.
Girl Scouts. All right. Kent said Girl Scouts. What does Audrey say?
Girl Scouts.
Oh, there it is. You got the 2? Didi.
Well, see, I was a brownie,
Were you a brownie?
and then I turned into a Girl Scout.
Yeah. That's it. Sure. All right. It's all part of the Girl Scout organization.
Oh, Kent.
You skipped
What?
my sister.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How could you miss
do that?
Judy. Judy, are you still here?
Yes,
I thought you
and
left.
I even have a good answer.
You do.
Brownie.
Brownie, another man. I'm sorry, Judy. How could I overlook the 3 of you? All right.
Girl
John.
Scouts, huh? Well, Kent, I hope
Girl
my
Scouts are brownies.
Yeah, I hope my answer doesn't make Kent toss his cookies. I said Moonies.
Moonies.
Well, that's when you're really in trouble, when your mother encourages you to join the
I like
Moonies.
that, John.
Maybe
right.
you'd have more fun on Dream House, John, really.
Not anymore.
Is that going to?
They're all... I said brownies.
You said brownie. What you got? 5. Well, you're doing pretty well here, Kent. Now let's see if Carol's going to do a little catching up. You ready, Carol?
Yeah.
Listen carefully now.
Okay.
Is your mind clear?
I hope.
All right.
Cleared your mind.
Fashionable Fran is really fashionable. Pretty good. Here's how fashionable. She has lizard shoes, lizard gloves, and a lizard dress. The only trouble is she also has a lizard blank. I beg your pardon. There's not an article in front of the blank. The only trouble is she also has lizard blank.
Oh, that changes
makes
everything, Gene.
Yes, of course.
Now I have to start over.
Yes, start all over.
It actually does
Boy,
change.
I'm not even going to use this pen anymore.
Gene, could you repeat the question
What?
for me, please?
Sure. Fashionable Fran is really fashionable. She has lizard shoes, lizard gloves, and a lizard dress. The only trouble is she also has lizard blank. Ready over there, Marty?
No,
Come on,
not
Marty.
at all.
Jimmie.
No, I gotta take a wild shot because I didn't have a particle in front of it, but I'm gonna still go.
An article, not a particle.
Now we are ready.
This is an atom smasher we're talking about.
The only trouble is she also has lizard blank.
Skin.
Lizard skin is a very good response, Carol. Excellent.
Now, before when you said in
Yes.
front of it, I had tongue.
A
A lizard tongue.
Right.
However, then you said there was no article, so I said lizard skin.
All right. All right, Miss Didi.
I don't know why I wrote this breath.
Lizard breath is a good response. I mean, have you ever known a lizard that had a sweet breath? No.
Who's ever known a lizard?
No. All right, Judy.
She had lizard hair.
Lizard hair. Judy, lizards don't have hair.
Judy, was she bald? Lizard skin for hair. You get it?
Oh. She's breaking into comedy.
Better break out then.
John?
You know, what's a particle among friends? I said skin.
All right, you got 2 now. Oh, yeah.
I can only say one thing. Wrong lizard breath.
All right.
You had me too.
I had the article and particle in there, and it threw me off. If I had that, I had a great answer. But then there was no article, and it threw me off, and the particle was wrong. But with an she had a lizard bra. I thought it was pretty good. But of course, and
You
then
think
again,
it's
maybe
good.
not. Thank you so much.
So where are we? That's the end of round 2. 5-2. Kent Homiak's ahead here. Third and final round right after this. Here we go. Third and final round. Ding. Kent, one person you haven't matched.
A.
A. Who is that person? Big Bad John.
Big John, Big John. Okay.
Ready?
Sock it to me.
Mean Marvin hates Santa Claus so much that on Christmas Eve he put a blank in the fireplace.
He put A.
You need help?
Put a blank in the fireplace. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, Kent. You're not familiar with Mean Marvin? Mean Marvin hates Santa Claus so much that on Christmas Eve he put a blank in the fireplace.
A spike.
A spike? Kent, where did he get the spike?
Remember when Kent was smart?
I don't know.
What easier thing could you do in a fireplace?
Fire.
Well, build a fire. That was his second choice. What was your first choice?
Ready, aim, fire.
Fire.
Uh-oh. The door is
Well,
open.
you had an easy one, Kent. Now let's see what we got for Carol here. Beverly Hills is really ritzy. Instead of feeding the lawns with fertilizer, the gardeners spread on blank. Really ritzy. Fertilizer. That won't fertilize. You can't
read
think
the
of it?
question once again, Uncle
Yes,
Gene,
right.
please.
Beverly Hills. I've got it memorized.
Okay.
Watch this.
Okay.
Quick study.
You do it without moving your lips?
Yes. Beverly Hills is really ritzy.
How ritzy is it?
I'll tell you how ritzy it is.
Oh, I know.
It's so ritzy, the gardeners don't spread on fertilizer. They spread on blank.
I know now.
They don't feed their lawns with fertilizer. The gardeners spread on blank.
I got it.
There
I'm
it
with you now,
is,
Uncle
yeah.
Gene. Of course.
Yeah,
of
right,
course.
of course.
Spell that for me.
That's spelled.
All right.
You got it. It's spelled.
Spell that for me.
I'll spell it for you.
For those of you who would like a transcript of this very question, send
Let's
your name
start with a
address
new
to Hey,
card.
we
We
don't know
got
what's
to do
going
this
on.
neat if you need some help in the spelling.
That's it. That's the answer. I knew it.
Hey, that's how I spelled it. Wait a minute.
All right, you ready up there? Yes. Here we go, Carol.
Say that.
Beverly Hills is really ritzy. Instead of feeding the lawns with fertilizer, the gardeners spread on blank.
Caviar.
That's a good one. Now, what do you need? You need 3 to tie, but you can win it if you match all 4. Let's begin. You are first. Yeah.
It's the champagne.
Champagne.
It's okay.
Oh.
Now,
Sorry.
let's see. You got to match everybody else to achieve a tie and stay in the
I
game.
said caviar.
Caviar. 5 to 3 to score. Let's move along
Where I
here.
come from, they call it fish egg. Fish egg.
Caviar. And you've got caviar. All right. Now we're going to go right to the tiebreaker. And I will read the question for one and all. Listen carefully, please. Here it is. Blank potato. No audience's answers, please. Blank potato. I'll call on you for verbal responses in a moment. Here in front of you, out of sight of the stars, are 4 pretty good responses to that. Your seats were chosen by lot. Kent will ask you to go first. Tell me by number which of the answers you would like.
1.
You want 1. Carol, of the remaining answers, which one do you want?
2, please.
You want 2. Here we go. I'll get some verbal responses from the stars and continue walking backward until I fall over. No, and then as soon as you hear your answer, you let me know, right? Audrey, fill in that blank. Potato.
Baked potato.
Baked potato! Kent is the winner! Come on down, Kent. Carol had hot potato. Hot potato. Listen, it was a pleasure to meet you, Carol.
Nice to meet you, Gene.
They'll be sending some gifts to you from the match game. Carol Sense, ladies and gentlemen. Yay, Kent! Congratulations to you. How do you feel?
Wonderful.
All right, now we're going to bring in the rest of our Hollywood Squares set. We'll switch over to that. More stars will appear. John and I will trade places. A lot of excitement coming up yet. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
A member of our studio audience will receive Gibson's Variable Speed Washmaster Automatic Washer designed to save time and energy, plus matching automatic dry with AccuDry system for energy-efficient drying power furnished by Gibson. And now it's time for more of the match game. Hollywood Squares, our with from Airwolf, Alex Court. From Days of Our Lives, Anne-Marie Martin. From One Day at a Time, Michael Lembeck. And taking over the star of the Hollywood Squares, John Bowman.
All right, we'll be back in just a minute to play Hollywood Squares. Don't miss it, okay?
And now, John Bowman and the Hollywood Squares.
And welcome back, everybody. Here he is, Kent Homyak. Attaboy, nice going. He and his baked potato cooked their way right through the match game. Congratulations to you. Welcome to 3 brand new celebrities. They are Anne-Marie Martin, Alex Cord, and Michael Lembeck. So, Michael.
So, John.
Here we are taping on Father's Day.
Yes.
We mentioned this.
Yes.
We're about a month early now when you'll be seeing this. It obviously will not be Father's Day, but we are very conscious of it right at this moment. And you and I were discussing family.
Yeah, I think probably the most important thing going on in my family right now is that my son is in love.
That same son that you had
Same
on the
son.
show
He's in
yesterday.
love. He is 3, she is 5. She's from New Zealand.
Oh, really?
They have shared juice. They have watched Sesame Street. He has asked her to her bed, and she has declined.
And do you approve of all this so far?
I approve. He's a consulate. He's a big, she comes with a big dowry. I approve.
Well, congratulations. My 4-year-old daughter has not quite gotten to this point yet. You have gotten to the point where it's time for us to zip right over here and play Hollywood Squares. Ken Homyak, here we go. Here is our defending champion. Her name is Pamela Dickey. She has struck it rich. In 2 days so far on this show, she's gotten up into the big money, $24,350. And the time has come to ask this lovely lady what she might do with $24,350.
Well, I think I'll probably invest.
A wise decision. Some of these people can help you with some of your investments, I think.
I know, I've had a few offers.
Okay, well, terrific. It sounds like you're certainly not going to squander it, but in the meantime, there may be more to invest because you're going to play Hollywood Squares at least one more time. We're going to play it until you hear the time's up bell. Whoever's ahead goes on to play Supermatch, which can be worth up to $30,000, and you won $20,000 yesterday, so it can be done. Our first game's always worth $100, $25 for every square, and the champ gets to start. That is you, Pamela. Pick a star, and let's go.
Didi, please.
Oh, sure.
Didi Conn.
Yeah, John. You look so handsome.
Oh, thank you. You look, I love you. I really do. I think you're terrific. If you rub garlic on your feet, will this give you garlic breath? Or won't garlic travel that far?
I can smell it down
give
here.
your husband garlic breath if you... No. It wouldn't give you garlic breath. I think.
She says if you rub garlic on your feet, won't give you garlic breath, won't travel that far. Agree or disagree, Pamela?
I disagree.
If you rub garlic on your feet, you will get garlic breath. You are right to disagree. Right off the bat, that shows why you're the champ. Good. And your feet will make an excellent garnish. Kent, pick a star for an O.
Michael.
Michael Lembeck.
Yes, Kent, you handsome devil.
How old should an elephant be before you put him to work?
How old or how big?
No, how old?
How old should an elephant be before you put him to work?
Got two choices. 6 months old or 12 years old.
How old should an elephant be before you put him to work? If I come up with the right answer, I won't be hanging here. 6 months or 12 years.
Right.
I'm going to say, based on the shows on PBS I have watched on the elephants that work in India in the rainforests, 6 months.
I agree.
Kent agrees. Before you put that elephant to work, he should be 12 years old. You should have disagreed with Michael, and your opponent gets that square as well. No, they're long-lived animals, and I guess that kind of makes sense. They're not fully developed until they're around 12. Pamela, pick a star.
Gene to win.
Yes.
This will give you the first game in a clean sweep. When President Nixon visited Russia in 1972, he took along a special present for the head of the Communist Party. Was it a bushel of wheat or a Cadillac Eldorado?
It was a tape recorder. Bushel of wheat. Cadillac Eldorado. I don't remember that incident. Bushel of wheat. Well, they got great wheat fields in Russia. They don't know how to grow it, but they've got a lot of room to grow it. I'd say he took along a Cadillac Eldorado.
Agree or disagree, Pamela, for the first game?
I agree.
President Nixon took along for the head of the Communist Party a Cadillac Eldorado. You're right to agree, you get the square, and you win the first game. A Cadillac Eldorado. And the head of the Communist Party immediately turned the Eldorado right over to the collective. If you believe that, I got some swamp land in Minsk I'd like to sell you. We'll be back to play the $200 game right after this.
Stay tuned for more of the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour. Now, back to John Bauman and the Hollywood Squares.
Pamela, 175. Kent, Zippo. But it's early in the day. We're going to start a $200 game, and we're going to start it with you. Kent, see if you can get yourself on the board.
Didi.
How's this, John?
Not bad, really.
My but my mouth is...
Didi, you like to keep your mustard in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Your new husband likes to keep his in the pantry.
Yeah.
Now, according to newlywed hints from Heloise,
Yeah.
should you avoid arguing and buy 2 bottles, or should you argue because room temperature mustard can be poisonous?
Oh, well, but you didn't say anything if it's opened or not. So I would say don't argue when you're newlywed because you want to, be nice and give space. And I would say don't argue.
Okay, you should just buy 2 bottles.
Yeah.
Agree or disagree, Kent?
I'll agree.
You should avoid arguing and buy 2 bottles. You're right to agree, and you're on the board. The reason, however, is that room temperature mustard is perfectly okay. Nothing wrong with room temperature mustard. Hot dog, Kent, you're on the board. Pamela, pick a star for an X.
Gene, please.
Gene Rayburn.
I'm ready.
Didn't matter. Do most first marriages make it to the 30th wedding anniversary? Or have most people split up by then?
Most marriages, do they make it to the 30th wedding anniversary? I believe, let's see, what is the statistic? I think most of them split up before that time.
Agree or disagree, Pamela?
I agree.
Believe it or not, most people make it to their 30th wedding anniversary in the first marriage. Yes, you should have disagreed with Gene, and your opponent gets that square as well. Yeah, remember that statistic, this phenomenally long average marriage? It's like 23 years. This relates to that. Kent? Good for you. Pick a star for another O.
Michael to win.
This shows
12 years.
This shows you how quickly things can change on Hollywood Squares. Benjamin Franklin did this when he was 78 years old. Did he invent bifocals? Or did he father Benjamin Franklin Jr.?
See? See? This is similar to the elephant question. No, Ben Franklin was a well-known, you know what I mean. The man was very active at an old age, and he fathered young Ben at 78.
He says he fathered Benjamin Franklin Jr. Agree or disagree for the game and the lead, Kent?
I disagree.
At the age of 78, Benjamin Franklin invented bifocals. You are right to disagree. You get the square, you win the game, and you take the lead. Good playing. That's hard to do. He invented bifocals, and then he recognized Benjamin Franklin Jr. All right, we will clear the board, move right on to the next game. It's a tight one going today, $300 game. We're going to start with Pamela. Make your move.
Didi.
Didi Conn.
I got the lucky chair. Yep.
According to Ann Landers, is a single act of infidelity enough reason to end a marriage?
Yeah. Oh.
Or should you give the guy a second chance?
Well, don't ask me that question, but you hear that, David, there? Yeah? All right. But Ann Landers would probably say that you should give the guy another chance because maybe he was reading that Playboy magazine, got some ideas, Give him another chance.
Give him another chance, she says. Ann Landers would say. Agree or disagree, Pamela?
I'll agree.
You should give the guy a second chance, according to Ann Landers, according to Didi Conn, and according to Pamela Dickey. You're all in agreement, and Pamela gets the first square. And there's a lot of booing from the audience. Interesting. Kent, pick a star for an O.
Gene.
Gene Rayburn. Since he's been president, has Ronald Reagan had his income tax return audited? Or has the IRS left him alone?
I know he has to publish it and make it public, and in a way that's auditing it, but whether the IRS officially goes over it or... I don't think they have. I don't think they have, no.
Says the IRS has left Reagan alone. Agree or disagree, Kent?
I disagree.
Ronald Reagan has been audited since being president. You were right to disagree, and you get another square. So the story so far is that Ken Holmiak in our second segment has come all the way back into a very challenging position. In fact, he's ahead by $100. We'll find out what happens on the day after this. See you then. All right, 300 to 200. Very tight game. It's a $300 game. It is Pamela's move. She's playing X. Pick a star.
Judy, please.
Judy Landers, right?
Judy.
Yes.
According to Better Homes and Gardens barbecue book, what is the best way to barbecue your buns?
I'll get it.
That's a silly question.
You haven't heard the rest of it. Should you wrap them in foil? Or should you stick them directly on the grill?
Let's see. Barbecuing buns.
Should bury them first.
You're so naughty. Okay, I think
Too old to be naughty, aren't I?
you should put them directly on the grill, because then it's like toasting it, and they get, you know, crisp.
She says, stick the buns directly on the grill. Agree or disagree, Pamela?
I'll agree.
You should wrap them in foil. You should have disagreed with Judy, and your opponent gets that square. You are foiled
That's a
again,
steamed bun, that's
Pamela.
right.
Yeah, you get a steamed
Good
bun.
for you, Kent, although not strategically placed. Pick a star for an O.
Audrey.
All right.
Okay.
Audrey Landers. As an earthworm moves along, what does he leave behind him? Fertilizer for your garden or worthless slime?
As a matter of fact, I know this answer.
Earthworms are very good for fertilizing your garden. So that he leaves a trail of fertilizer for your garden.
Agree or disagree, Kent?
Agree.
The earthworm leaves fertilizer for your garden. You are right to agree, and you get another O. Although that one not that strategically placed, you might have been better off elsewhere. Pamela Dickey, make your move for an X.
Anne-Marie to block.
Marie for the crew.
I get to play.
All right, now, you missed this one. It's a pretty big lead for Kent because we're in our final segment. According to studies at the University of Minnesota, which sex has a tougher time quitting smoking, men or women?
I just saw something that said women. I don't know if it was Minnesota, but I'd say women.
She says women have a tougher time quitting smoking. Agree or disagree, Pamela? To block.
I'll agree.
According to the study at the University of Minnesota, women have a tougher time quitting smoking. You're right to agree, you get the square, and you do block. Leaving us with an interesting configuration for you, Kent. Pick a star.
Jimmie to block.
Right, tables have turned. You missed this one. Pamela takes the game and the lead. Jimmie Walker.
Yes.
Who's more accident prone? Someone who's very thin or someone who's very portly?
I would say people that are a little bit over obese.
Okay, so that's your part. The particle of your answer is that over obese people are more accident prone.
Yes,
he says
that's the way I would
portly
think.
people are more accident prone, I believe, right? Agree or disagree, Kent? To block.
I'll agree.
More accident prone people are very portly. Yes, you are right to agree. You get the square and you do block. No accident there. Pamela?
Marty to block.
Michael?
Marty to block.
Okay.
Oh,
A little hard to hear. Yes, she picked
had
you,
to. She
Marty
was
Cohen,
forced
to
to.
block.
No, she could have blocked with Michael, too, but it's
Yeah,
okay.
she's in that same position. She misses this one. It's a big lead for Kent. Marty, you're drunk. According to UCLA alcohol research, taking 2 tablets of this before bedtime will lessen a hangover. Is it compressed garlic or activated charcoal?
Wow.
Compressed garlic or activated charcoal. I do know they do make garlic compressed into a pill form. And if you take it, your feet smell like Didi Conn. But activated charcoal, I know, was used as a cigarette filter for a while. You know, I'm going to say that I'm pretty sure it's the garlic.
Thanks for speeding it up.
He says compressed garlic before bedtime will lessen a hangover. Agree or disagree, Pamela, to block?
I disagree.
Activated charcoal before bedtime will lessen a hangover. You are right to disagree. You get the square and you do block. Oh, boy. Ken, make your move.
Nice try, Marty.
Michael to win.
All right.
Worthless slime. I'm ready.
Michael
Worthless
Lembeck.
slime question.
Where does Family Circle's hints book suggest you put your bread dough to make it rise quicker? What? We're talking about families. Where do you put your bread dough to make it rise quicker? On a heating pad or in the refrigerator?
Oh. The refrigerator. You put the dough and you cover it up with a little wet towel. The refrigerator.
Agree or disagree, Kent, for the game?
I'll agree.
You put your bread dough You guys are just not domestic on a heating pad. No, you should have disagreed. The women in the audience are all groaning. You hit a run of tough luck. You got a real domestic question, both of you. The bell means that time is up. However, he has done it anyway. Ken Tomiak is our new champ, $375. Oh, boy. Kent, greatly relieved, has made his way over to join Gene. Well, you know how that works. Basically, we can squeeze in another question or not squeeze in another question, depending absolutely on time. We reach that point, and we cannot go any further, although the next question might have been pivotal. Pamela Dickey, you just let him get a little too far ahead, but you've certainly had a nice run on our show. Her total leaving, $24,625 for a very wealthy and very lovely lady. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're great. Gene.
Here we are with the champ. I know he's very happy. How do you feel?
Oh, wonderful.
He played a tough game here, a tight game. We'll be back with him and the Stars for a go at the Big Dough right after this.
And now, here to play the super match is Gene Rayburn.
All right, Gene Wood, thank you. Well, Kent, he's ready for a go at the Big Dough. We wish you well here in the super match where you could win up to $30,000. We polled an audience not too long ago, and we said, write down your best answer to this. Blank twins. If you give us the answer they gave us most often, you'll get $1,000. And for the second most popular, $500. And then the third, $250. Whom do you call on for a little help here?
Marty.
Identical. Identical? What?
Identical twins.
I thought maybe I was speaking Japanese
hold
for
on.
a minute.
Don't be intimidated and applauding a rotten answer when you really don't believe in it. Do you believe in identical twins, yes or no? Okay. I thought you were conning him into something there, Marty. All right, go ahead.
Michael.
I got two great ones. Bobsy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Bobsy.
And Audrey.
Let's see, what else did I have? I had identical.
Everybody's got the same.
Oh, yeah, that's Siamese twins.
Siamese. All right.
A lot of good answers.
Siamese.
Lots
Bobsy
of
and
good
identical.
answers.
You choose one of those, or have you got one in your own head?
Identical.
You want to say identical?
Identical.
I hope it's there.
Good answer. Good
All
answer.
right, we'll find out if identical is up there and where,
Don't forget
if it
the
is
Thompson
indeed
twins.
there.
Or the Minnesota twins.
Not to mention Minnesota. The Minnesota twins.
Minnesota and
Oh, there are lots of
Double
twins
double
answers.
twins.
We could stand here all night thinking your twins answer, but let's get right down to the business here.
The Landers.
Call
The
it.
Landers twins.
$250 response, if you please. Thompson twins.
Could have been fraternal, too.
All right. The $500 response says identical.
Which?
What do you think on top, audience?
Siamese.
Siamese, Audrey's answer. Slide the big one.
Minnesota.
Siamese it is.
We did good.
All right. Well, listen, you got the $500 there, Kent. Now you're going to play the head-to-head match with any star of your choosing. And after you've made your decision, the star will reveal the hidden number. And we'll multiply your $500 by whatever number is revealed. Time to pick a star.
Michael.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't got anything right yet. We got to do it this time.
All right, Michael, grab that tab. Ready, set, go. 20.
good. We'll take
All
it.
right, so that means you're playing
We'll
for
take it.
$10,000. He's playing for $10,000, Michael, and here it is. No help from the audience, please. Ghost blank. G-H-O-S-T blank. Ghost blank. Michael's ready, Kent. You collect a big bundle of money here. If you match him, what do you say?
Town.
Ghost Town. I think that's a good one. Don't you think that's a good one? All right, it's up to you, Michael.
Well, there were a lot of good ones here, I think.
There were.
There was Ghost Story. There was Ghost Town. I went with the most current one that's out right now. I said Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. Yeah. Yeah, that's a movie that opened a week or 2 weeks ago, or a little while ago anyway. All right, you guys tried. You both had good responses. He has a total of $875. Not bad for a day's work. And we'll be back with him and the stars right after this. Now we want to find out which of the stars had the one big number that's up there. The big 3-0. John, would you go over there?
Sure.
Ready, set,
yank our
go.
tabs. Whoop-a, Didi.
Didi Conn had the big 3-0. Stars, while we have your attention, John and I want to thank you for giving us a splendid week of performances. Would you give yourselves a round of applause, please? Yeah.
The moment they've been waiting for. You guys are okay. You can come back anytime.
I agree, John. And we'll see you on Monday, all right, Kent?
Definitely.
All right, Gene Rayburn inviting you to join us on Monday.
John Bauman saying so long for the Match Game Hollywood Squares era. See you after the weekend.
A member of our studio audience will receive the Silver Reed Penman. Fully electronic, compact daisy wheel typewriter. Practical enough for the home. Durable enough for the office. Furnished by Silver Reed. This is Gene Wood speaking for the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour. A Mark Goodson television production.